So we were talking about why we fail even we claim we understand. Even when we claim we understand. And the reason being that we do not apply the knowledge of Eastern wisdom in our day to day life. How to apply that? By thinking in the mind, speaking in personal, professional, social, and family lives. So we are ready to apply this knowledge 24 by 7. Some people I have seen that they hide themselves in a dark room away from their family members. Why? Because they believe nobody else in the members of the family are so great as we are because we are meditating, and others are not. What is this? This is your inner honey. It's a big obstacle. Are you getting it? We need not to declare only we are meditator in a family, at workplace, with people, or in the Walmart or what. That creates a very big barrier, distance between real self and ego. Some people I have seen that they hide themselves in a big, small room and, I'm a great meditator, nobody else in the family. I have heard it. People have spoken to. So what has happened? Do you think what is happening? Other members of your family, they are carefree, they are not practicing. Simple. They don't think too much. But I think too much about them. Are you thinking I'm attacking you? No. Again, yes, it's your inner honey. That's a problem. So, apply Eastern wisdom in life means we live in a state of consciousness within, and then we think, speak, and act in our life. We are ready to act in our life. You wake up in the morning and mind says you are in stress, and you wash it by the principles of Eastern wisdom. We need not to shy. We need not to claim that we are bigger. We are bigger, more important. We know much more than others. That's not our business. And I've seen a lot of people, they told me. I explained you, the person who is maniac, who is asking me about the other, whether he or she is maniac or not. Why I should declare it? Now ask the question why it is not happening. If knowledge is realized, peace and happiness will manifest in daily living. And if the knowledge is not realized, then mind will maintain its deep rooted impurities, jealousy, hatred, anxiety, fears, reaction. Then what will you say? Oh, I had a wonderful meditation. After a few hours, I have a wonderful fight. I have a lot of fears in my life. Today is our happy Independence Day, so it is better to talk a little more about independence. So why we fail? Are you understanding why we fail? We are going little deeper into it. So another reason is that the intellect says, I have understood. What did you understand? Peace is my essential nature. So when you wake up in the morning, why you are in stress? Why you have a disliking? Why you have jealousy? Why you have hatred? Why you are hiding yourself following this path of wisdom? Is there anything to hide? I know, I can understand, but I don't say anything. I say that is the way the life is. We fail again and again, and then we get worried, we get pissed off, and then the mind says, no, 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 you cannot succeed. Finished. Who is responsible? Who is responsible? See, think of this. We have, in these years and weeks and months, we have reached to a state where we have to live into that state 24/7. It is the inner honey that says, I have understood how I had a beautiful, wonderful experience, but after a few hours, all those experiences are washed out. I have already given you many reasons behind that. And the time comes, we fail again and again. It is because of your reason. You are the reason. And then at last we say, oh, leave it, hell with it. It's not for me. Do I understand that the knowledge is realized in stages? You sow the seed, water it, nurture it, wait patiently. Do I follow all these steps or not? I miss one seed that is sown, is destroyed. We have to reset, restart, remind, recall, retrain, realize. Listening and learning, that is why we are continuing this journey. Contemplation and reflection are required. Morning you wake up and your mind says, I'm anxious. The impure mind has already given a label to you that you are anxious. Your real self is gone. It has covered it. Real self is still present, but the anxiousness in the mind because of the impurity has covered it. That is why we need to contemplate and reflect. Until what time you know it. Look at it, understand it clearly. Some is upset with you. Do you try to close him or her? How you take that risk, how you respond in daily life. Your body makes you upset. How do you respond? Your honey makes you upset. How do you respond? You wake up in the morning and mind says, I'm upset. So again, remember, you work on the mind or the mind continues to work on you. You work on the mind, you are a seeker. Your inner honey is working on you. You are a non-seeker. So there is hardly a difference, We swing in the beginning, we swing like a pendulum. Non-seeker and the seeker. Who saves us? The knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. We don't care that. Why? Inner honey say, I have understood it, but still I am in stress. I'm eating sugar and it looks salty. How dare you say that? How dare? I'm challenging your mind. How dare you say that? That is the problem. Once you have those challenges, we don't take the right path and then we are gone. Non-seeker thinks with the 3D: duality, desire, and delusion. This is the ultimate cause. Our deeper layers of the mind have millions of impressions. Knowledge is clear means the knowledge in the intellect is understood and realized by the mind. The mind is always ready to work on the ignorance. One option. If it is not available in my head, in my mind, in my field of awareness, then the duality, desire, and the delusion takes over. Duality, desire, and delusion takes over. It is impulsive, it is habitual reaction to the world outside. Mind starts working on us. From where they have come? From the deeper layers of the mind where we have accumulated trillions of impressions. And then what happens? Now those impressions trigger the mind. The knowledge in the intellect has been understood as veiled, covered. Then what happens? It is a loss of memory of the knowledge of Eastern wisdom. It is a matter of awareness. And then what happens? Loss of memory destroys my intelligence. So when it destroys the intelligence, then we say, I have understood it, but it is not working. See, I'm connecting the dots. The intelligence is destroyed, and then, but one part of my mind which claims I have understood still declares, I have understood, but still it is not working. I'm giving you reasons to remove all the doubts. Your mind will create a lot of doubts like this one, but if you do not remove these doubts, doubt means knowledge is sleeping. In Eastern wisdom, we say shanshaya. Shanshaya means doubt. Sanskrit word. Sanskrit is a language of self-discovery. So they have created those words. Sanshaya means knowledge is sleeping. Doubt means knowledge is sleeping. You know driving. You have been driving. You left the driving for 10 years. Do you forget driving? Tell me. And the answer is big no. How dare you forget this knowledge? Think of this. How dare you forget? So knowledge is sleeping. One, that understanding has not been realized at the level of the mind, so the impulsive habitual reaction takes over, can take over any time in my life. We have to think. We have to think. If your honey says you something, don't start crying. And then in crying, we start thinking, why you said this? I have been loving you so much. It is going to happen. That is the very nature of the mind. So instead of thinking this, we have to start thinking of the knowledge of the East and West. Now I said desire, duality, and delusion. Which one is the origin of these 3D? It is the desire. That we should understand it clearly. Desire for eating food, going to the restroom, going to the kitchen, preparing a cup of tea, driving from one place to the other. Do you see that? In all these desires, there is a departure point, there is an arrival point, and the thought of a desire comes to my mind and it is finished. There is no more thoughts pertaining going to the restroom, going to the kitchen, sleeping, etc., etc. But the thoughts, when they keep returning to my mind, they are unfulfilled desires. And these unfulfilled desires have one agenda. Whether we understand it or whether we do not understand. One fulfilled desire is that I will be happy when something in the world will be attained, will be thrown away. Desire for seeking something other than me to be happy is what we are talking about. The moment I have a desire for seeking something other than me, the desirer is created in the mind. Desire is present in the mind, desirer is also the mind. And that desirer is the inner honey. And that inner honey is supported by our impulsive, instinctive nature of the mind. That is what happens when you wake up in the morning and you say, I'm upset. Who made you upset early in the morning? Have you asked this question? Who made you upset? We need that level of awareness. Inner honey will claim I'm upset, I'm bipolar, I'm tripolar, I'm quadrupolar. We divide ourselves. You see, the inner honey divides. Buddha says, this is known as the word samsara. I have created a world of my own based on my impressions. Otherwise, this entire world is so beautiful. So Buddha says that world created by the desirer and the desires is the cause of dukkham, dukkham, dukkham. Dukkham means sorrow, suffering. But we are not able to see that this world of the suffering that we have created in our mind and start reacting anxious, maniac, angry, agitated, does not have any permanent basis because they are anityam, they are impermanent. They are impermanent. You remove the locus of the desire and it is gone. You see, for example, one one thought in the mind that the brandy made me upset on some issue. Now I meet her again. So that thought remains. Now, whether I destroy the knowledge or I keep this thought, that is why Buddha says it is anityam, anityam, anityam. It is impermanent. It does not have any locus. It does not have any basis. Knowledge is required. Awareness is required. Not only it is impermanent, but it is kshanikam, kshanikam, kshanikam. It is momentary, momentary, momentary. Another word in Sanskrit of the word is known as jagat. Sanskrit word, jagat. Jagat means that it is momentary, momentary, momentary. After an hour, session is gone. What I have spoken just now, until now, is already gone. Can you see the anxiety, anger, hesitation are momentary? No, I can't see. I still have lot of my impressions. You inserted me. When I inserted you 10 years ago, and you still keep those impressions. They are momentary. It can only be destroyed by knowledge, but if there is a destruction of intelligence because of loss of memory, because of duality, desire and delusion, because of desirer and desires, nothing is going to happen. Because of you shy, because you see that, I'm more intelligent than other people, that's why I'm meditating. Not everyone is meditating, so let me meditate in my closed room. Don't tell anyone. Why you not tell anyone? You start thinking, speaking, and acting into that state. Don't tell that you are meditating, but express your thought. Think. So Buddha uses the 4 words. It completes his teaching. Dukkham, 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 sorrow, sorrow, sorrow. Why? I've already given the reason. And then he goes a little deeper. He says anityam, 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 impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. Third, kshanikam, 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 momentary, momentary, momentary. And then what is left? Shunyam, shunyam, shunyam. Shunyam means emptiness, emptiness, emptiness. You are there. Mind by default is empty because we create many locus, hence we have many problems. So remember, the desire means seeking something other than me. And what is this me? Real self. Mind, desire for real self. I have anxiousness. Let me desire for real self. Forget about managing your anxiety. And then see what happens. The moment we have a desire for something other than me in the world of people, place, objects, conflict has already been created at a very deeper level. And this conflict will manifest into duality, into delusion. Should I not earn money? Who says don't earn money? Don't bring them together. Don't confuse. Whatever you are doing, do it. Don't add a value of happiness in anything in the world, in any person in the world, in any activity in the world. You will never be unhappy. So the mind plays a trick with us. First thought is the desire. Second thought is the desirer. Both are the thoughts. Both are present in the mind. It creates a duality. It creates a delusion. And then it says, I'm not happy. Who is preventing you not to be happy at this moment? You get rid of the desirer in the mind, you become a seeker, and the seeker always succeeds. Seeker always succeeds. We are going to understand a couple of those things, the basics that I have covered before, we will understand in a greater detail. This is, many masters says that this is the nature of conscious evolving mind. Conscious evolving mind is a seeker. An unconscious, habitually evolving mind is a non-seeker. Because he does the same thing again and again. That guy becomes upset again and again. He does practice meditation, he has a beautiful experiences, but after a few hours, the mind takes over. What I said, habitually evolving mind is a non-seeker. Consciously evolving mind is a seeker. The conscious evolving mind has no fear, no duality, no conflict, no confusion. Why? Because there is no destruction of intelligence. There is no loss of why? There is no loss of memory. Why? I've already explained you. Desire, duality, and everything has to happen in the mind. How? Because you contemplate and reflect. When we do not contemplate and reflect, then nothing happens. Eastern wisdom always says, can I help you? Are you ready to listen? Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to contemplate and reflect? No, I have to contemplate and reflect on a person outside me who insulted me. When? 10 years ago. I still keep that impression in my mind. So fact is that you are meditating on that person for the last 10 years. Last thing I tell you, frankly, think of that. You need to think. Critical evaluation is okay. When I criticize someone with reference to evolving my mind, it's okay. But when I get carried away by emotions, reaction, anxiety, conflict increases in my mind. So I go on criticizing a person, and those conflicts have increased to a certain level. I feel upset. And then I say, what a great deal. Why should I think about it? You have already created more impression. We should be able to maintain our awareness that anything in the world, if the mind blames and complains, that is the cause of my suffering, should be dropped there and then. That is the meaning of intelligence. Do you agree with me? Say yes. That is the meaning of intelligence. Again, I'm going back, that is why that person who insisted me that I should agree that 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 her sister is maniac. I said, no, I'm more maniac. I'm not interested. So I gave a little understanding, but she could not understand this point. Why she could not understand? Because of the loss of memory. Do you understand? Do you see that? So we teachers follow that tradition sometimes silently. We give you the solution, but if you don't take it, that's your choice. That's your choice. Let us start. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Body is steady. Now see how we go for it. How we go for it? Look at it. So simple. Body is comfortable. Yes, body is comfortable. You already know what is being comfortable. Sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Loss of memory is not there, I know that. I have repeated being comfortable at least maybe 1,000 times. So the moment you hear being comfortable, the mind goes to the joints. Okay, mind goes to the joints. It experiences sensation, comfort, and steadiness. That is what is conscious evolving mind. That is the beauty. We have the same principles, but it can be explained in 1,000 ways. Why? To help each and everyone. So you're comfortable, you're looking at the joint, and you move to experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness, and being carefree. Do you remember? I told you before the very beginning. Thoughts are coming and going like the birds flying in the sky. The space remains the same. That space in the mind. Space behind the thoughts remains the same. That is the absence of desire. Now, you have to contemplate absence of desire. Oh, that is so simple. Yes. And Sarvesham swastir say in your mind, Sarvesham swastir Sarvesham swastir. Second stage is the meaning. What is the meaning? Let everyone be happy. And Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Do it again. Now the knowledge part. I told you, loss of intelligence. Because of the loss of intelligence, again and again, we chant mantra to create an auspicious moment. Oh, that is why? No, I've been repeating this mantra mechanically, habitually, nothing happened. That is the meaning of the mantra. Mantra that destroys the mind. That is one meaning of the mantra. If the mind is which mind? You already know. Duality, desire, and delusion. And those thoughts are continuing, and we keep on repeating the mantra. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. You are also saying in your mind. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. So, recitation or speaking that mantra mentally or loudly, you are listening something new, so it triggers the brain. But then from the word we go to the meaning. Let peace be everywhere. Let peace be there everywhere. Now, peace is everywhere. Now go to the knowledge part. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Peace is everywhere. It means peace is a common factor pervading every human being, including my near and the dear ones, including the enemies. Where the anxiety will sustain in your mind. So when we do it chanting mentally with the knowledge, with the meaning, my mind must move from habitual instinctive level to purity. See that. One lady, I told you that she lives nearby, and while going for a walk, and she does that chanting. She is walking her dog, but she is chanting. Look at it. That is the beauty that I don't forget. Outer work, walking the dog. Inner, I'm living in Eastern wisdom. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Purnam. Sense of meaning is, may there be completeness in all. No, I feel complete in myself, but you have a lot of desires? Yes, it means you are not feeling the sense of completeness neither in you nor in others. Now see the knowledge part. Because I am at peace, I feel the sense of completeness, and the person in front of me is reacting. Oh, because that person is feeling the sense of incompleteness, so I should have a sense of kindness and compassion towards that person. Look, I'm reflecting on it. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. So you have a sense of compassion, kindness. You don't have a sense of jealousy and a hatred and superiority that you are meditating and others are not. Look at it. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all, at all time, auspiciousness. We have 11 types of mantras creating an auspicious moment in our life. And this is one. Look at it. So well-being plus peace plus sense of completeness creates an auspicious or reveals the auspicious moment in my mind. They are all part of the knowledge. Whether you breathe for half an hour or whether you do all the practices, minus knowledge, it will not work. So here I have been adding in the practice some active steps. So those active steps may be the breathing, maybe the nyasa is semi-active step. Let us add the mantra aim, look inside, look inside the forehead, check in the space, dark space or empty, whatever it is. Are you looking? Yes. And there you hammer the mantra quick, fast, loud. And now do nothing, just do nothing. Allow the mind to have a sense of emptiness, blankness. You keep looking at the birds flying in the sky, and after the birds are no more there, they disappear, and the sky still remains. We lose that awareness. Understand that point. And the same thing applies, when you are hammering with the mantra, quick, fast, and loud, and a lot of thoughts are still interfering. Your mind breaks that rhythm. Or you have the thoughts in between aim. What it means the mind wants to work on you. That happens in anxiety, in duality, in conflict, in reaction. So look inside the heart in this space. Are you aware of the space? Yes, and start hammering the same mantra mentally. No movement of the lips and the tongue. In a very casual, simple way. That's another active step. And stop this again, live into that state of emptiness. No birds are flying. Birds disappear because they have flown. Means the thoughts have already flown. No thought can stay for indefinite period if we do not want. No, no, I don't want, but still that stays because of emotional dependence, because of attachment. Now, looking inside the belly button, in the space again, I told you before, you may remember, the center of knowledge is inside the forehead. The center of emotion, impulsive reaction is the heart in the front, and behind, pure love. And the center of action is the belly. That is how uh, symbolically we understand. So inside the belly button, in the space, knowledge is right, emotion is right, and now we act. Again, start hammering. Same mantra, aim, 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 mentally. We are doing it mentally. You all are seekers, so that's why we are not doing it loudly. And now again, stop this and find out. In all the three steps, you may find the mind lives deeper within. That is emptiness. Mind living outside, you have a duality in the world outside. Experience that state. Okay? Now follow, I'm reminding you, follow the triangle step. Look inside the heart, the triangle. Equilateral triangle pointing upside, pointing upward, move the mind on a triangle, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Then look inside, look at the center of a triangle, and there you start singing mentally, moving the mind deep inside the heart. When the mind seems to stop, in that state of emptiness, it's a different emptiness than physical emptiness. We will talk about that. We are already going deeper. So it is a different than the physical emptiness. That is why I said when the mind seems to stop, you simply say Shanti, and then you are absorbed into that emptiness. Stay there to allow the mind to reveal. Reveal what? I'm the real self. But if other thought comes, no issue at all. Take it casually. Again, go back to the triangle. Move the mind on a triangle, either clockwise or anti, and then at the center. Everything is happening casually, consciously. Shanti. It's you're doing some action, but it's purely an effortless. That's why I'm using the word casually. If you find that there is an effort, it means the mind wants to work on you again. So you live in extraordinary awareness, my friends. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So once you drop Shanti and you find that the mind is not going anywhere, you need not to do anything, stay in that state. Why to stay in that state? It is an awareness, it is a state of the consciousness, it is the knowledge. One day the mind will say, yes, aha moment, I got it. It can never be lost. Oh, it can never be lost? Yes. When it is never lost, you're there. We are there in that state of emptiness. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences and bring the hands down. How are you, Stephen?
I'm good, thank you. All I can say is I am calm and in absolute peace. Thank you.
Beautiful. How are you, David and Jerry?
I feel exactly the same. It was very, very, very deep, and I can't think of any thoughts even flying by. It was just very deep.
Very deep. Beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Namaste. Yeah, just peaceful. I love the message that we bring that our peace and our love and our wisdom in everything we do. And if we do that, I mean, that's what we are. And if we see that, I guess, in everyone else too, even those that maybe don't seem so peaceful, they are peace and love and wisdom too.
You see, that is beautiful interpretation of the masses of the Eastern wisdom. When we say that the peace is, it's a permanent peace, it is a permanent happiness. It means where it is available, everywhere. When it is available, all moment. With whom it is available, with everyone. So when I don't live into that state of awareness and daydreaming, when I will get permanent peace, you will never get it. That has to be very clear. But if I don't change myself, nothing is going to happen. I expect everyone should change. Then only I will change. So we have started these lessons. Sometime when you get a message of Google Hangout, calendar messages, I simply change the title. So that title means that now we are starting a different session. Reflection, both on Saturdays and Mondays and Thursdays. So how are you, Sam?
Good. My body was a little bit heavier today. The newness was interesting, but overall feeling peaceful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. How are you, Samir?
Sir, no thoughts at all. Very peaceful, total darkness, stillness in the body. In total state is changed.
Very good.
Before and after.
Good. Good. How are you, Brandy?
Morning. Thank you. I'm good. I noticed with the hammering of the mantra that it was kind of a clearing for me when we did it. In the head, it was really clear, but then when we went into the heart space and the stomach, I had felt like I couldn't breathe, and then I felt nauseous. So I didn't realize that I had some stuff, or I don't know. That was good. I needed that. Thank you.
Yeah, it is caused by the mind. So when you feel a choking feeling, because we keep the breath normal, we are not holding the breath, and sometimes this mind that keeps start working on us causes these challenges. If we keep doing it, we get rid of that. How are you, Anastasia?
Thank you very much. I'm okay. I felt deep and darkness, and I also had a lot of thoughts and images, but they were on the surface, and I was much more deeper. So I'm very peaceful.
Very peaceful, wonderful, beautiful. How are you, Vaibhav?
Sir, I'm good. It was deep, peaceful, clear.
Clear, beautiful. How are you, Rakesh?
Thank you, sir. Sir, during the mantra recitation, only two things left: the mantra and the breathing. Nothing else was there.
Good.
There was no body, nothing else. During the triangle part, it was deep and very peaceful.
Very beautiful. Beautiful. How are you, Lalit?
Yes, sir. It was absorbing, and right now I feel empty in the mind.
Yes, feel that sense of emptiness all the time. Beautiful. How are you, Ashok?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir.
It is peace and calm.
I could see the smile. I can make out. I can make out. Yeah.
Thank you.
So just contemplate and reflect and challenge your anxiety, your duality, your delusion, your conflict 24/7 internally. Do not challenge a person the mind claims caused you the anxiety. That is very important. Otherwise, loss of memory, loss of intelligence. That is all for today. Thank you very much. We'll meet again.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.